And I think this goes to the point that like a lot of these regulations actually do benefit large companies, and they're the ones who are writing this. They lobby the government. They have the money to change these regulations. And you can see how the regulations that you just said would actually benefit them. Like they're able to pay their people to get an education. They're able to afford e-logs. They're able to afford training people. Do you think that that's accurate? And do you think like smaller businesses are suffering from it?
Yeah, because I worked for a company in New Hampshire that had like 50 employees, and I'm not sure, but I think this is the year that they're requiring schooling for licenses in New Hampshire. And if you don't go to school, you have to have a certified trainer at your company. So before I decided I was going to go into full-time trucking, they were actually going to make me the certified trainer so that they wouldn't have to send people to school. So I'd be allowed to teach them on site or whatever. But yeah, obviously that makes it way harder for small companies because, they're looking for people who are trying to start out, but they can't take people with no experience anymore. They got to try to find someone who has a license already because they don't have the time or the money to hire someone to train you. And then they definitely don't have the money to pay for your license if they don't know if you're a good worker anyway, like because they could pay for your license and then you end up sucking at the job and they're stuck with you. Like there's nothing they can do about it. So yeah, definitely that's something that big companies don't have to worry about, and it squashes their competition. And that's why you're seeing owner operators and small truck companies just disappear because the big companies can survive. Like if I had gotten a $7,000 fine or some stupid thing for that wrench, like that would have been huge to my boss because we're a company with 5 trucks, and setting us back 4 or 5 hours, that already hurt enough. But if they slap a fine on top of that, that's a really big deal. If that's Schneider or Walmart or Swift, like that's nothing. But if you're an independent operator, like you run your own business, you own your own truck, like that could literally put you out of business if you hit that wrong. If you're barely making ends meet, trying to get your load on time to where it's got to go, $7,000 in half a day, that can really tank you. So yeah, all these things definitely hurt people on the bottom. And the ironic thing is they're mostly pushed for by Democrats who say that they're looking to help the little guy, and they're against corporate power. But then, um, all the corporations push for these regulations because they hurt competition.